Let us make a quick overview of fall hazards. We have to look from where the workers are falling from, mostly from the building structures, exterior construction areas, scaffolds, stairs, or ladders. I'll cover each segment one by one, and this is part one of fall hazard training series. So, without wasting time, let's get started. Dear friends and fellows, in this safety training session, I will highlight the important points with photographs that will help you to understand exactly what are the hazards, what are the dangers, how the people, workers and staff members, they are falling from different platforms. As you know, falls are one of the greatest hazard on construction sites. This training session will help you to recognize common fall hazards. The symbols will tell you if the situation in the picture is either safe or not. This is for safe and this is for not safe. Each year, workers are dying from falls. During the year 2019, total deaths from falls 39,443. Out of total construction deaths, 173,040. And this is a total of 36.4% of deaths in construction from falls for the year 2019. And this is the single leading cause. You can easily understand and estimate. This is approximately 40% of total deaths. Fall hazards can be found on every construction site. Usually, building structures, exterior construction areas, scaffolds, stairs, or from ladders. I will make a quick assessment for every construction site and every fall hazard. So, first of all, we'll discuss building structures. Dear friends and fellows, work conditions 6 feet or more above lower level require the use of fall protection. These people, they are on the top, and this is the area that is more than 6 feet. It means they need fall protection. But you can see they are without any fall protection arrangement or the safety requirements. What are the hazards here that may lead to a fall incident? Unprotected sides, edges, as you can see in the photograph, leading edges, excavations, walking or working surfaces. All these are the examples of fall hazards from building structures. You can see this worker is working 6 feet above the lower level without using fall protection. And this is totally unsafe and unacceptable with respect to safe system of work or the safety requirements to work at height. When working at a height of 6 feet above the lower level, you must use fall protection, personal fall arrest systems, or guardrails. Have a look. These people, they are working on the top. There is no guardrail, and they are not equipped with personal fall arrest system. This is unsafe. Any of them may fall from height. If you are working on such a construction site with these photographs, it's easy for you to identify what you have to look for as a safety practitioner. as a safety engineer or as a site supervisor. Once you are at site, you are going to inspect your construction area. You have to look for these hazards. You can correct, you can take action before one of them will fall from height and it will become fatal incident. At that time, you have no right to say anything at any level, and there is no acceptance as well. Dear friends and fellows, we are talking about building structures, how the workers fall from height while they are on building structures. Guardrails must be maintained when working 6 feet above lower level. Have a look. Such kind of guardrails and workmanship is not acceptable. This is unsafe and it may lead to a potential catastrophic workplace incident. Damaged or missing guardrails must be fixed immediately. Dear friends and fellows, you are on the platform of Safety First Life. If you are first time on this channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon for all future notifications. And if you find the video informative, then like, comment and share it with your friends and colleagues. After discussing the building structure hazards, let us discuss now the exterior construction areas. Falls from a short distance can result in a serious injury. All workers must be protected from falling onto sharp materials. Have a look. This person is on the wall. There are reinforcement bars. If he will not follow the safe work practices, maybe he will fall on the rebars and there is a potential catastrophic incident. In this case, this work area is not safe. It can cause a workplace accident. All open excavations and pier holes must be guarded or protected. Have a look. This excavation, a narrow pit, is unprotected from the sides. There is no edge protection, and the person is standing on an unprotected edge. There is a chance of fall from height and with higher consequences. This is not allowed, and this kind of unsafe work practices are not acceptable. It is totally unsafe. Most of the time, the workers, they are falling from scaffolds. Scaffolds are elevated temporary work platforms. This is an example of a scaffold, and this scaffold erection is absolutely safe. Have a look. Scaffold base must be rest on a base plate and a mud sill. The base plate is designed to level and support the scaffold. This is the example of mud sill, and this is base plate. This erection, this work practice is absolutely safe. Dear friends and fellows, you have to work only from scaffolds that are properly constructed and supported. Do you think this is a properly constructed and supported scaffold? Absolutely not. This is unsafe. There is no mud sill, there is no base plate. There are few wooden pieces, maybe scrap, and the scaffolding structure is footed on unstable surface. So this kind of work practice, this kind of scaffolding erection is totally unsafe, and no one should access to such a scaffold. If you are a scaffold inspector, you have to reject immediately such scaffold that is unsafe and that may cause a structure collapse anytime. There might be potential fatal consequences as a result. This kind of work practice is not safe and it is not acceptable. When working on scaffold 6 feet above lower level, guardrails must be installed. These are the examples of guardrails: top rail, mid rail, toe board, platform, all of the items installed properly. This kind of scaffold is a safe structure. If this is inspected and tagged as green, you can access and perform your work activities without any fear and hesitation. But never use scaffolds that don't have proper guardrails installed. And this is the example of unsafe scaffold: the scaffold without guardrails, the scaffold with incomplete platform. This kind of scaffolding is not safe for working and you should not access in any case, otherwise you may fall and you have to meet with a potential workplace accident with multiple consequences, maybe injury, maybe disability, or maybe death. Another important point: scaffold platforms must be fully and properly planked. In this case, it is not fully planked. They are keeping only 1 or 2 planks, and that is not safe. Now stack blocks, bricks, or use ladders on top of scaffolds for extra height. In this case, have a look. This gentleman is using blocks as a platform. This is an unsafe work practice. And this kind of work practices lead to potential workplace accidents. No proper access, no guardrail, inadequate protection from the sides, and the person he is using blocks to increase the height of the scaffold. This attitude, behavior, mindset, a work practice, totally unacceptable. If you will follow such precautions at site, you cannot prevent workplace major accidents. Once the workers they are climbing the scaffold, there should be a safe way to access the scaffold. Have a look. This gentleman is going to make access to the platform. There is no ladder. There is no access provided. And this practice is unacceptable, unsafe, and such practices lead to potential workplace accidents. Another example of bad behavior and unsafe working. Now we use blocks, bricks, walkboards, and other unsafe methods to access a scaffold. This person is using a plank, a single plank, without any side protection, and is going to make access to a scaffolding structure to work at height. Not acceptable and not safe. Use only ladders designed for use with scaffolds. The ladder must be firmly secured to the scaffold. Let us discuss now powered work platforms. Powered work platforms include man baskets placed on a forklift, aerial lifts, and scissor lifts. These are the examples of powered platforms. Always make sure you have proper fall protection and training before using a powered platform. This person is not wearing full body harness. This is not safe. Secondly, if he is going to make access from the platform to this level, this is also not acceptable. Dear friends and fellows, today we are discussing about the falling hazards, falls from construction structures, falls from scaffolds, falls from powered elevating platforms. Let us discuss now falls from stairs. What are the hazards with respect to stairs? Stairways must have a stair rail along each unprotected side or edge. Have a look. This area is without stair rail, and that's why it is not safe for use. Stairs that have walls on both sides must have at least one handrail on the right hand side when climbing down. If the handrail is not there, it means it is not safe. As a safety practitioner, you have to follow these safety precautions. You have to inspect and highlight these concerns to senior management, to project team prior the unsafe conditions or unsafe behavior converts into a workplace potential accident. Never use stairs that are not complete or unsafe. Ladders must be inspected prior to use. Ladders must be kept in a good condition and a safe location. Remember, in any case, don't stand on the top of a ladder. Have a look. This gentleman is standing on the top of the ladder, and this work practice is not acceptable because it is totally unsafe. Read labels on ladders for instructions to ensure proper use. Always maintain good footing on a step ladder. Use the correct size ladder for the work that is to be done. And this is only possible once you are planning your work ahead. This is the example of safe ladders and safe use of ladders. Always use the right equipment for the job. Either it is a ladder, it's a lift, or a scaffolding structure. In this case, have a look. This gentleman is standing on the top of a panting drum. It may roll, tilt, or slip any time, and falling of this person may lead to multiple injuries. This is an example of unsafe behavior, unsafe working condition, and this is not allowed. You have to educate your workers. You have to train them. You have to teach them that these mistakes may lead to disabilities, injuries, pains, and sufferings. Never straddle or sit on top of a step ladder. Have a look. Example of sitting, and this is the example of straddling. In both the cases, there is unsafe attitude, unsafe behavior. And once there is unsafe behavior and unsafe conditions linked together, there is an accident. And you know very well, accident means injury, accident means damage, accident means pain, and accident means sufferings, maybe for lifetime. And in the case of catastrophic accidents, maybe the end of your life or the life of your friend or a fellow worker. So you have to take action before the accident happens. An A-frame ladder must be fully opened and locked into position. Use ladders only for their designed purpose. By the way, the person who is using this ladder is not designed for such purpose. And this type of work practice is unsafe, not acceptable, and it may lead to a potential workplace accident. Only use ladders on stable and level surfaces to prevent accidental movement. Do you think this ladder is stable? Look at the right hand side and then look at the left hand side. In the photographs, these mistakes look smaller, but once a person fall from height, the consequences are very high. You have to look for ladders, how the ladders are fixed, where the ladders are fixed, how is the workplace there. Ladders are fixed on a level surface compacted surface, stable surface, or not. Ladders must be positioned at a safe angle to avoid potential fall hazards when climbing. Extension ladders must extend 3 feet over the landing for safe access. If this is the landing platform, the ladder top must be 3 feet high above the landing platform. And never forget, the ratio of the ladder is 1:4. For example, if the length of this ladder is 20 feet, this must be extended 4 feet from the bottom. And this is the safe way how to use ladders while working temporarily at height. Remember, ladders can be used only for the short duration of work. When using a portable ladder for access to upper landing surface, the side rails must extend at least 3 feet above the upper landing surface. Once ladders are being used at your work site, you have to look proper usage versus improper application. In this example, have a look. The distance from the bottom is acceptable. It is maintaining the ratio of 4:1. But in this case, distance from the bottom is too much. It is too far. That's why this ladder is not safe for use. Maintain contact with the ladder using both hands to keep a safe grip. Face ladder when going up or down. Never climb a ladder while carrying any materials. Have a look. This person is going to make access on the ladder and he is taking block in his right hand and he's going to climb up the ladder with one hand. This is totally not acceptable because at a time you have to maintain 3 points contact. This kind of attitude, this kind of work practice is not allowed, not acceptable, and it may lead to a workplace accident. Remember, job-made ladders must be properly constructed. It is recommended to use properly designed ladders with proper specifications and as per the instructions of the manufacturer. But if your site demands for man-made ladders, then you have to look. Steps are equally spaced. No missing steps or rungs. No sharp edges or nails sticking out. This is an example of man-made or job-made ladder. As in the photograph, it looks safe. Steps or rungs not missing. And there is visually no sign of nails sticking out or sharp edges. Never use a job-made ladder that is damaged or missing steps. Have a look. This is the example of unsafe job-made ladder because the step is missing. Only use a job-made ladder that has been properly built. Job-made ladders must also be constructed so that no nails protrude or sharp edges exist. Have a look. Protruding nails. Nails and sharp edges can catch on clothing and cause falls. Dear friends and fellows, you are on the platform of Safety First Life. Today, we are discussing the fall hazards. Once we are working at height, we are working on a scaffold structure. We are working on a building structure. We are using powered elevating platforms. Even though we are using stairs or ladders, there are the chances of falls from height. In this training tutorial, I'm going to ask some questions which already we have gone through. So kindly test your knowledge by recognizing the hazard and by giving a correct answer. Question number 1. Before using a ladder, inspect it for which of the following? A. Cracks in the frame. B. Broken or missing rungs. C. Oil. grease or other substances on the rungs, and D, all of the above. What do you think? Which is the correct answer? You will check oil and grease, damaged rungs, missing steps, or cracks in the frame. So D is the correct answer. Question number 2. Job made ladders may be used if the steps are equally spaced with no steps missing and no sharp edges or nails sticking out. A, true. B, false. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is A. Question number 3. When erecting scaffolding, the base plate must be placed on what? A firm foundation. B, cement blocks. C, soft dirt. And D, wood blocks. Which one is the correct answer? A is the correct answer. When erecting scaffolding, the base plate must be placed on a firm foundation. Question number 4. When working on scaffolding and you need a little more height, you must do the following. A, stand on a sawhorse. B, jump. C, erect another section of scaffolding. D, use a ladder. Don't be confused. Think gently. What will be the correct answer? The correct answer is erect another section of scaffolding when using on a scaffold and you need a little more height. Question number 5. Stairs that are incomplete and missing handrails are acceptable to use during the construction phase of the project. A, true. B, false. What will be the correct answer? The correct answer is B. You cannot use incomplete and missing handrails during the construction phase of the project because it may lead to a potential workplace accident, and that is not allowed. Dear friends and fellows, this was the first part of Fall Hazards training series. In the part 2, we'll discuss about how we can prevent falls from ladders, stairs, scaffolds, elevating platforms, or the building structures. If you are interested to learn in depth about scaffolding, about ladder safety, how to work safely at height, you can make access to description and you can watch the complete tutorials. And that's all for now. Training session part 1, fall hazards is over. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, like, comment, and share the video. Hope to see you soon with a new HSC tutorial. Until then, take care, good luck, and goodbye.